Alright, welcome back, Twitch and YouTube. So tonight we're going to be reviewing some games that have been given to me by various developers. Hopefully there will be enough people in the stream to make this more of a group review rather than just my opinion. Seems to make it more honest. And it's weird, I'm looking at this list of keys that I've redeemed, and for some reason not every game that I've redeemed from this Keymailer site is listed. But I did get some feedback from the developer on a game that we've already kind of done a first impressions of. That game is Rogue Harvest, and I'm trying to pull up his comment on YouTube. So the first time that I reviewed Rogue Harvest, I compared it to a browser-based game called Wayward, because they're somewhat similar in overall context. Rogue Harvest is a roguelike wilderness survival type game that seems to so far combine elements of Terraria with elements of like Don't Starve, for example, with other similar wilderness based survival roguelikes. Anyway, on this video, the first one that I did, I compared it to Wayward, and at that time my opinion was that Wayward, while graphically inferior, was gameplay-wise and crafting-wise superior. The developer got back in touch with me. He said, "Enjoyed the playthrough, lots of new content coming to Rogue Harvest soon. Thanks for making this video." And actually about a week ago, he came back again and wanted to let me know that there's been many updates pushed out since my first video, which was back on November 19th, and he'd really like me to do another video for Rogue Harvest, it looks like. So all that being said, that's what we're starting out with tonight. So let's see what's been added to this game. Hold on a second there, it's going through my external speakers and I need to fix that real quick. I'm sorry I'm running a little behind tonight, guys. I at least got the stream going at 8, even if I wasn't on the stream. But whatever, that gives you guys a chance to see that I'm online and get to the show before you miss any content. Alright, and it's starting off full screen. Which I need to get this down to a window as soon as possible. There we go. Just Alt Enter does that. What's up, Elite? All you missed was me going blah 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 about this Rogue Harvest game. So I played this just over a month ago in November. Christmas was just fine, Elite Z Viper. How about yours? And the developer recently asked me to take another look at the game. I still haven't officially given a review for it on Steam because it's early access, and I kind of like to reserve reviews for what the developer considers a 1.0 release. Nice. So, sorry, I'm kind of tired. I didn't sleep very well. Damn it. It won't let me hide my preview screen on my broadcasting software. That just means it takes up some additional computer resources that are unnecessary, may affect the overall quality of the stream that you're seeing. So anyway, yeah, Dude said he put a lot of updates into this, and he really wants me to take a second look at it. It's still not a 1.0 release, but we're at 0.81, so we are getting much closer to a 1.0 release. And you know, I didn't think that the game was bad. I just, at the time that I first played it, I didn't feel it was one of the best options for this type of game. Alright, guidebook is still kind of blah. Ark Survival Involved is a very neat game, Elite Z Viper. I've had that for a while. One of my viewers actually bought it for me. So it starts off with this fairly simple little intro. So for some reason this game still isn't actually listed in Twitch's game database. A lot of the keys that I've been given lately aren't. They're, in most cases, very small, almost unheard of games by very small developers. That works for me because I'm kind of a very small streamer, almost unheard of, so it's kind of like the small guys helping out the small guys. You awake alone in a forested area. Well, that's cool, Elite. Looks like you had a good Christmas. I think so far you're the only one here. Last night, playing Minecraft Story Mode, I got up to a peak of about, I think, 7, maybe 8 people at once. Which, there's been times that I've actually held steady at those numbers. Really looking forward to the day that I start getting into double digits, and then from there triple digits and live viewers. Alright, so it's been a minute since I've played this game. Alright, he's got 3 different crafting menus now based on structures, equipment, and cooking. I think that's new. Found a mushroom. That's always exciting. Okay, those plants are bad for you. Killed a fucking rabbit. Got a rabbit chop out of it. Some leaves. Some fucking wood. I don't know where the hell I am. Okay, I need a pickaxe, I think, to chop that shit up. Alright, getting lots of leaves and lots of logs. I should be able to craft something here soon. Probably already can. I wonder if I can kill these evil flowers. I can. Oh, I already have a pickaxe. So how are other things in your life, man? Still having issues with school? Oh, cool. We tried to get my son into a program like that, but they got too full too quick this year. Alright, so at night you get raided like a motherfucker in this game. Found a bunch of silk. Small log. That's a dangerous mushroom. Okay, so the monsters know to stay away if you just continually strike. You have to actually time your attacks. And I must say that is actually an interesting feature. Die, you fucking fire flower. It's been a while, Elite Z Viper. And I will be getting back to that game soon, don't worry. We've got a whole lot of content to play. I mean, there's thousands of games out there. I have hundreds of them. I'm constantly getting new games. So there's really no excuse for me to not stay on schedule. Unless, you know, something big comes up, like dinner. Fuck. Alright, so it is officially night. Let's get these carrots here. When I first played this game, I couldn't even tell what those things were. I thought they were potions or something. But I think that's more my fault than the developer's fault. Oh, shit. Already game over. So, we didn't get to crafting anything, but it does, to me, actually look like they have made quite a few improvements to the game since I last played it. And we're going to go ahead and give this another run. So your shelter gets raided now? Excuse me. That sounds like it makes the game exponentially harder. The game was already difficult. Alright, so can I skip this fucking intro if I've seen it 1,000 times? Yeah, Sheltered is a fucking hard game, man. One of the definitely harder games I've ever played. I don't know, I guess I could survive longer if I didn't get so emotional whenever my cat or a family member died. But I tend to be a perfectionist, so whenever that shit happens, I just get pissy and want to start over. It takes a really long time to generate these worlds in these games for some reason. You think that the best way to go is just eat the cat right from the get-go? Just get over my sensitive nature? The fuck is that, a chicken? It's a dead chicken if you ask me. Oh, slow down, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to take that thing out with projectiles. That's crazy. Well, we got a rabbit chop. We'll harvest this potato. Kill this mushroom fucker. Damn it. Man, I don't like dogs that much. I like cats. And I don't think I'm ever going to eat it, Cactus. I'm sorry. Unless it dies and my family is starving. And then I'm going to eat it and then start the fucking game over. Because that's just how I am. Alright, so I don't even know why I'm gathering stone at this point. It just seems like it would be a good resource to have. Let's get some fucking logs and leaves going. What the fuck is this? Whatever it is, I can't seem to... Oh, it was a soul. Weird. Ah, you fucking piece of shit mushroom. My cat, I don't know where she is right at the moment, but she'll probably come in here and join me at some point. She usually does. The fuck is this? Corn. Yeah, they've been kind of making that the case from the beginning of Elite Z Viper, where to at least reduce food sickness, you pretty much had to have a stove right away. Let's chop down a couple more trees, get some more logs. What else can I gather? Oh, there's a jack-o'-lantern. How did it hit me? With its blood? Oh, it wasn't hitting me. It was... Or maybe it did hit me. God, I have almost no energy left. One fucking pumpkin seed from a whole pumpkin, huh? It's a bit ridiculous. Alright. See, that's what I'm talking about. 5 chunks of gold from a chunk of gold. One fucking pumpkin should give you like at least 5 fucking seeds. Oh, so your dirtiness affects that as well. That's interesting. So there's a tombstone. So I'm getting souls, whatever the fuck that means. Okay, fuck. I'm probably gonna die again. Just, god damn it. Run! Back off, you motherfucker. What the motherfuck? Alright, so, we've already died a lot more times more quickly. I don't know if that's due to me playing like a fucking complete ass or if they've just made the game significantly harder. I suspect it's a combination of both. Let's see what settings they have. Okay, window, VSync on, show blood. I could care less. I feel like what I sort of dislike about the graphics in this game, and since last time I compared this game to Wayward, and even though I still stand by the fact that Wayward in a sense has inferior graphics, in some ways they're more useful. Because like if you fucking see a pineapple, even though the pineapple is as big as your character on the screen, whatever, it's simple old school sprite style graphics, you fucking know it's a goddamn pineapple. Here in this game the smaller objects are so small and the game window is already really tiny. Like that, yeah, I can kind of tell that's a leaf, but like things like the fucking carrots and potatoes and shit like that, I mean, you get used to the symbols, I suppose, and it is more realistic, but it's so small that at least at first it's not very helpful, if that makes sense. Like the first time I encountered a carrot, I didn't know it was a carrot, and first time I encountered corn on the cob, I had no idea what the fuck I was looking at. But in terms of resolution and detail, the graphics in this are definitely superior. Although, what the fuck is attacking me and why at this hour? This is madness. I forget what I was saying. Something about this versus Wayward, which I should probably stop comparing the two games. They are very different games, but I'm just kind of running along with that theme since the first time I played this game I compared it to Wayward. I could just as well compare it to Don't Starve, but I feel that that would be unfair. Don't Starve has been in development for years, has constantly had new content added to it, is put together by, even though they're, I guess, an indie development company, they're one of the larger indie development companies out there. Clay. And, yeah, just like I said, I don't think it would be fair comparing this to Don't Starve, even though they're very similar games. Just because, you know, Don't Starve is on a completely different level, budget-wise, team-wise, everything else. So that's why I kind of stick to comparing it with Wayward, which to me seems like it's a game being developed by one guy, browser-based, /downloadable. I guess one of the biggest differences between the two games, and this isn't a criticism, just an observation, is that this one it seems to be a lot more monster heavy, like Terraria, and Wayward seems to be a lot more crafting and survival shit heavy. I like that in Wayward your character has different skills that, like, you know, every time you cut down a tree your lumberjacking goes up, shit like that. That adds a level of depth to the game that I enjoy. This game, it's a lot more, so far, like Terraria, with a top-down wilderness survival motif. You can see that the crafting system, the inventory system, very Terraria-like. Alright, so far I can make a fire, some fence. What the fuck is this? Fence gate. Stone floor. I can't make any motherfucking equipment yet. And none of the cooking shit. It's mid-afternoon. It'll probably be night soon. I guess just like in any other game like this, just keep gathering resources. I'm unlocking achievements, though. That's cool. I'm now a lumberjack rookie. I always love little achievements in games, even if they're stupid. It gives you another little goal to shoot for. Sometimes looking to play the game in non-traditional ways just to get that achievement. And I haven't really found any food. Now, while you don't seem to have a food metric in this game, I suspect food will restore life or energy or something to me, or possibly both. Alright, let's see if I can one-shot kill this fucking chicken with a hammer. No. The chicken will forever just run away from me. I need to make a bow and arrow to kill that motherfucking thing. God damn it, it's night. All of a sudden it's night. So that shit kind of just sneaks up on you in this game. Yeah, I mean, I saw it was getting later. I should have, I guess, looked at my clock. Back off, you fuckers. Yeah, we need to build a strong weapon at some point. Alright, so we're going to the little shelter it started us off with. We should be safe in here for the night. I'm not going to really try to take on these guys until I have a strong weapon. Oh shit, they're destroying my shelter. Man, this is awful. Back off, you motherfuckers. God, what the hell did he hit me with? Did he, like, spit blood on me when he died? Anyway, enough of the comparisons between this and Wayward. This is its own game and should be judged accordingly. I guess for that matter I should stop also trying to compare it to Terraria, though it definitely borrowed ideas from that game. And that's just my observation based on some of the layout of things. Excuse me. It's kind of a loud swallow. Alright, hurry up. Fatten those fucking pigs. Fluffing those clouds. Mow the fucking grass. Hurry up. Fuck is this? Piece of my plane? Okay, so he had a flashback memory from finding that. That's new. Hey, hey! Easy there, mushroom. Man, that was a psychotic mushroom. I'm just glad that in real life you don't have to fucking fight mushrooms. Alright, so we should be, ooh, fucking hospital? Living tree. No option to change your walking speed. That's common for these games. I just wish that somebody someday would give you, like, kind of a run or sprint option. Like, hold down shift or something. Maybe have it use up more of your energy or stamina. I don't see no motherfucking hospital. I'm just getting further and further away from my shelter, which is making me very uncomfortable. Let's go get this corn on the cob. I mean, I guess I can see that it's corn now, but yeah, when I first tried to play this, that was not obvious. I think if you're into this type of game, it is a worthy addition to the overall genre. And I definitely look forward to seeing where they take it when it comes to its 1.0 release. And, usually, I mean, these days it's common for developers to continue updating a game past that point. So I definitely want to see where it evolves to. But I haven't even yet experienced all that it has to offer, even in this early access release that's good. Just, quickly glancing through the available crafting menu, it does seem to me like there's a lot of room for expansion there. Games like this, crafting becomes pretty much the main thing you do after a point. And if we're going to compare this to Terraria, which in many ways is similar to that as well, even Terraria has like probably 10 times the amount of content that you can craft. So I know that like it probably seems like most of what I've said about this game is criticisms or critical, and that's true. I judge these types of games somewhat harshly based on my experience of playing a lot of games like this, going all the way back to fucking Unreal World, which is still in development. And while the graphics in that are total shit, in many ways the survival engine in that game, even though it's turn-based, is still even deeper than this. It's got an interesting like little religion mechanic in that game, where you sing chants to various gods of various domains to like improve your chances at a hunt or a successful fish. I want to kill this motherfucking pig. God damn it, it's night. See, that shit just sneaks up on you. They need to also, I think, work on the color shift transition from day to night. Make that a little bit smoother, not so drastic and sudden. Jesus Christ! Alright, we're gonna give this one more run. And, like I said, I have made a lot of criticism in this game, but that's because I know the developer is watching me play these videos, and probably wants my honest feedback rather than, just mindless, glowing accolades. Which, like I said, I do think it's a good game, and I want to see it be better. I would like to see it be the best game it could be, and I speak from a position of experience with what he's trying to do here. I mean, I can kind of, see what he's, aiming for based on several other games I've played that he's, as I've mentioned, borrowed ideas from. And I think I said it in the first video, I just feel like if you're going to be a newcomer in an ongoing, genre like that, I mean, unless you're just cutting your teeth at the programming thing, and just trying to get something out there as kind of, a way of proving to yourself that you're capable of doing it. I mean, if you really want to like get out there on the market and make a splash, you need to do something significantly different or better than what's been done before. And I feel this has a lot of potential. It's, I would say, so far better than Lantern Forge. But then I never played Lantern Forge that much, because as far as these types of games go, there's better options to play, and that's just it. If there's a better option out there, that's the competition in this kind of market. People are going to gravitate more towards that game than your game, and there's going to be some people with different opinions, obviously, and there's probably some people out there who think this is like the perfect type of game like this for them. What I like about it is that it, unlike Wayward, you have to actually swing your weapon. The battle in this is, I think, in some ways improved over Don't Starve. The control you have with your weapon That is a field of evil mushrooms. Jesus Christ. Die, you fucking thing. Die! Die! So anyway, I mean, some of my criticisms were very subjective, arbitrary. You know, I don't expect the developer to go about changing many of the graphical assets. I know that takes a lot of time. And honestly, I feel that the graphic content in this game is at least consistent. I enjoy it. While, you know, I couldn't immediately tell what a carrot was, that's, I guess, partly due to my own stupidity more than I think any fault of the developers. Mushrooms are obviously little mushrooms. I don't know. I guess maybe just changing the size of some of the sprites if the developer felt so inclined to do so. This game might start to take on a bit more of a old school Secret of Mana type feel to it, which I think would give players that sense of nostalgia that can draw them to a game. Because I remember fighting a lot of mushrooms and shit like that, little rabbits, in the old Secret of Mana games, and the gameplay in this somewhat reminds me of Secret of Mana as well. The action, fighting elements. Oh man, it's one of those fucking fire flowers. I didn't even see it because I was looking at that stick. There's two of them. God damn it. I'm surrounded. It's like a field of them. I gathered an herb. One herb from fucking a whole pumpkin. So I guess the jack-o'-lanterns and some other things are somewhat random on whether you get a seed or an herb. Alright, so we're approaching nightfall here real quick. Can I eat this? And what does it do? What the fuck is that? Oh, wow. Mushrooms actually trip you out in this game. That is fucking sweet. Okay, so that right there gives this game like fucking dozens of brownie points. It's not common that games try to replicate drug-like effects, and I guess everyone's trying to be PC and family friendly these days. We all know what drugs are. We all know, supposedly, to some degree, what they're meant to do. I think even kids who, you know, swear by DARE understand that concept, and the whole point of games is to kind of, you know, do stuff that you probably wouldn't normally do in real life. And yeah, if you come across a fucking mushroom in the wild and eat that shit, you don't know what it could kill you, or it could fucking make everything look swirly for a bit and give you giggles. But eating does not seem to be, okay, I can plant those. Improving my life any. And I wonder what's up with that. Like, how do I get more life back? I probably need to craft like a healing potion or something. I've got 4 fucking life. God damn motherfucker. God damn it. It's definitely a challenging game. Which is a good thing. Any roguelike should be fucking like hard as nails. And if it's not hard as nails, then it's a rogue light. I don't care how complex its system is. One of the defining features in my mind of a roguelike is it should be fucking, you know, something that you learn to play better over time, but something that should in the beginning seem almost impossible. And lots of depth, lots of complexity. And procedural generation. So this has the procedural generation. It has some depth, some complexity. I haven't seen the full extent of that yet, but it's probably nothing quite like NetHack, one of the first roguelikes out there that kind of defines what a roguelike should be. And the developers, there's a saying like the developers thought of everything in that game, and that's kind of true. That's been in development for like over 15 years or longer. This game's been in development for, I don't know, probably a year. It's first and most obvious deviation from roguelike mechanics is that it's not turn-based, it's real-time, but that's becoming more commonplace in quote-unquote roguelikes that are popping up today. The roguelike genre is one that's undergone many evolutions and variations and twists, and it's almost like for music, like the electronica music genre that could define so many different actual types of electronica. And roguelikes are becoming like that. They've become very flexible in their definition. I guess you could say there's like several flavors of roguelikes. Alright, what the fuck do I need to craft myself a better weapon? Gold pickaxe. Okay, basic sword, a noob sword. I need 1 log, 3 stones, and a crafting table. How the fuck do I make a crafting table? 8 wood logs. Alright. Well, I think I've got most of what I need. Let's get some more fucking wood. Possibly some stones. Go back to our shelter. Make a fucking crafting table. Kill this mushroom on the way. Spider. And you know what? If I mouse over something, it should fucking tell me what the hell it is. I think. Okay, right click on an item to craft it. This here, go up to it and go back to crafting, and I can make I can also make a bow and arrow. Let's try it. How much? I say let's start with a noob sword. What's this? A garden hoe used for farming. Alright, so this game has farming mechanics. That's cool. You have to switch over to items to be able to swap stuff in and out of your inventory. So your sword has a 100% health meter. If I recall, that shit will drop even if you're not fighting monsters. Just from swinging, yeah, see? Okay, it just went down to 99%. But yeah, using your sword, even if you're not fighting monsters, appears to affect its health, unless I accidentally hit my hut with it or something. Alright, so we should be getting our little nightly rush of monsters here soon. I feel a bit more prepared to fight those fuckers now that I have a noob sword. Guess I should be trying out my noob sword on this fucker. So it looks like instead of 4 health, I was taking away 6 health. Minor improvement. It's so small I can't even read on my window. Looks like it's at 97%. Alright, come on Nightfall, bring on the monsters. I'm ready for this shit. Here it is. God damn it. Barely put a fucking dent in him. Alright, so I've been playing this game for probably over half an hour. That is more than enough time for another YouTube video. I'm still... You know, I said a lot of critical things of this game, but I do think it's a good game. I wouldn't have played it for as long as I did if I didn't. I just hope that the developer listens to the things I've said and takes them into consideration as they continue to work on pushing this towards a 1.0 release. And honestly, I think it's a worthy game, though. All in all, even where it's at, it's fun to play. He's only asking $5.99, and currently it's 20% off until January 4th. You can get it for $4.79. I mean, that's like less than the cost of a Starbucks coffee. If you're into this type of game and you've got fucking $5 to blow, get it. It's worth the $5. And I'm sure that in time this developer is going to produce a lot of great content both for this game and probably additional games in the future. So I'm always all about, you know, supporting new developers, and yeah. So it's another gameplay video. Gives you an idea of kind of where things are at, where things have come. I didn't really get to any of the cooking or a whole lot of the crafting. I kept dying. If anything, that's a testament to the fact that it looks like he made the game a lot harder. And we're going to take a very short break while I consider what game we're going to look at and review next.